Welcome to this video on how to install MongoDB Compass on Windows. Before we get started, I highly recommend first installing the MongoDB community server on your computer. Without it, you won't be able to connect to the MongoDB service because you won't have one. So I do have another video that will walk you through how to do that, and you can actually install MongoDB Compass at the same time if you'd like. So you can skip this video, head over to that one. I've included it in the comment description below. And so anyway, if you already have MongoDB server installed, let's go ahead and get started. And so to do that, we're going to head over to mongodb.com/try/download. And I've got that pulled up here already. Go ahead and find your way over to the Tools button here to display a list of the MongoDB tools. And so the second one on the list is the MongoDB Compass, which is what we want to install. Alright, so coming here you can see there's a few different pieces of information that might be important when you're looking to download it. There are a few different versions that you can use. So there's the Compass, which is the full edition. There is a read-only edition as well, and there is also an isolated edition. So there's some different nuances between the three of these. If you want to learn more, I'd highly recommend looking at the documentation. Obviously, maybe you'd want to install a read-only edition for people you don't necessarily want to have access to making changes to your MongoDB database. So that's an edition that maybe you can use there. But other than that, we're going to focus on just the full Compass edition. All right, before I go on, I do want to just say that after installing MongoDB Compass, I do highly recommend looking at some of these other tools as well. There's quite a few of them. There's some database tools, connectors for business intelligence, and there's a MongoDB shell. So I highly recommend downloading some of these other ones as well. I do have videos for those, so if you're interested, go ahead and take a look at the description below. I've included links to those. Anyway, let's go ahead and install this Compass full edition here. I'm on the 1.33.1 stable edition. That's what we're going to want to download. And we do want to look at this one here. So the default is the Windows 64-bit 7 Plus. So this is specifically for any Windows machine that's Windows 7 and above. Should work on. They do have a few other options down here. Usually there's a little drop down for the package, so you can change it here. That's actually up here. So the default here is the exe, which basically once you open the exe, it's going to download the MongoDB Compass. That is probably the easiest way to do it. That said, there is also a Microsoft installer MSI file, which gives you a little bit more control over the install. So that's the one that I'm actually going to select for this video. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and download it here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up the installer. And you should see the screen now. Go ahead and click Next. We'll start walking through this wizard. And it's going to ask for a destination folder. The default is completely fine, but if you don't like where it's at and you want to customize that, you can change that here by clicking on this change button. Go ahead and click Next. Just click the install button. All right, so now that it's finished installing, you should be able to access it. And if you want to see what it looks like here, I'm just going to open up the MongoDB Compass application. And this is what it looks like here. So if you joined us for our last video where we installed the server, the community server edition, you might have seen this same thing, but basically now we have a user interface for MongoDB server that you can connect to. You can see there are, you come here and you can see a list of databases that we have. You can check out the performance and take a look at a few other things, as well as if you want to query data, you can create a brand new query. All right, that is it for this video. If you want to learn more about MongoDB and different tools that are available through MongoDB, you can go ahead and check out the video description. And I also have included links to other videos that I've created for tutorials on how to download some of this stuff. Other than that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you the next time.